This game is pretty damn good. And I don't think that's a controversial statement either. Castle Crashers is amazing for more than one reason. This game's art style, its gameplay, its combat, its replay value, basically everything is massive bagatante. Now first things first, you might be wondering, what is a fortification visitors? Well, Castle Crashers is a game where 1 up to 4 players play as these kinda quirky though knights to try and defeat an evil wizard man because he stole a crystal and 4 princesses. So it's your job to get them back by going through levels, finding enemies and bosses. Now this might sound like the worst game ever, but this simple format actually massively works in Castle Crashers' favor, since it perfectly fits the style that the game is going for. Like, it wants to be an accessible and enjoyable game while also giving you stuff to come back for, so it isn't just a minigame to play with friends and then never touch again, throwing it in a damn grave next to the e-girl that was supposed to message me back. As I was saying, in this game you gotta save Princess Peach 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you also need to retrieve the fucking... I don't know what this crystal is. Nether quartz? I have no clue. And you do this by going on a 50-day trip to defeat a 100-year-old vampire... Oh, shit, wrong story. You're gonna go on a journey through all these different areas, defeating enemies and fighting bosses with your weapons and magical abilities in order to return the holy crystal of Reddit Platinum. And while you're doing this, your character will level up and your stats will improve. I'll get into this later. And you'll unlock new abilities and combos. Which, speaking of, Castle Crashers actually has a pretty big focus on its combat, and it is fucking great. Castle Crashers combat is pretty unique since it can be basic, like just spam the same attack over and over and over and over and over and over. But you can also press the jump button and then a whole galaxy of options open up. Since in Castle Crashers combat there are quite a few related attacks that you can perform. And these are amazing because with these you can make up your own combos and do some abro fucking dabro magic shit in the air and just steamroll through all the enemies. Like, these are what makes this game's combat so good. Like, if you want to play this game casually, boom, just light and heavy attacks and use your magic every now and then. But that's about it. But do you want to get good at this game and beat a much harder version of the original story mode, aka insane mode, then you're gonna have to learn and practice these moves. But it might sound like they're more of a fucking 9 to 5 job to learn, like they're just boring practice over and over. But they're actually really not, since it feels incredibly rewarding and satisfying once you start knowing how to perform them and use them effectively, and then come up with your own combos so you can eventually become a goddamn wizard at this game. But you don't just have your magic and your sword, you also have a few items, like you have a few consumables like the health potion, and you also have a sandwich which will make you into a big strong man for 10 seconds, but you also have more offensive items like the bow and arrow and the boomerang. But that's not all you can do to get better at the game, since Castle Crashers has a lot of RPG elements in it. Since, for example, in this game your character can level up, and once he does, or she does, after you've either died or beaten a level, you'll get this stat screen. And every time you level up, you get a few points to spend on certain statistics, like you can improve your damage, your magical abilities, your defense/health, and your character's agility. And what's especially so cool about this one is that with every one of these point milestones reached, you'll unlock a new magical ability, so over time you'll become even more of a damn wizard. And another RPG element this game has are its weapons and its pets. They're called pets, but they look like sacks with eyes. Both of them can be unlocked by either buying them in these little shops you'll see scattered across the map, or by finding them in special places. And what do these do, you ask? Well, weapons, they improve or worsen certain stats, like this sword increases your attack and defense, but it decreases your speed. And this one increases your attack a bit, and it has a special, in this case, critical attack, which can also come in elemental variants, which is just like a 5% chance that one of your hits will be a critical hit or an elemental hit. So in other words, swords change your stats a little bit, so you can pick one that more fits your playstyle. And the pets, they just increase certain stats or various other things, like how much health food pickups give you, or how much XP you gain, or maybe even attack enemies like some do. Now, another thing that makes this game so great is this game's music and art style, because oh boy, the music of this game is just yes. Like, it perfectly fits the scenario you're in. Like, the music can have a nice bobbly tune to it, but it can also be pretty serious. Like, this is the Forest theme. And this is the Necromancer theme. And the art style. Yes. Good. This game's art style, or rather any Behemoth game's art style, is amazing. And I know everyone who's made a video about this game has already said this before, but the art style is so well done. It's unique, it's visually appealing, it's cartoony, it succeeds at giving off a certain atmosphere, but most importantly, it's quirky. But moving on from the music and the art style, let's look at this game's game modes, because it actually has multiple game modes. Like, you have the story mode one that I've already talked about, which is like definitely the main game, but there are also a few other ones. The first one is Back of Barbarian, which perfectly emulates social distancing, and this one is nothing more than a little mini game to get a high score on. It's basically all about avoiding these barbarian mans by moving around a checkboard like map and by pressing certain combinations. Then you have arenas. Here you basically fight off certain commands wave by wave, and if you're with 2 or more players you'll fight each other. And the final one is insane mode, and I fucking hate this one. Like, don't get me wrong, this game is amazing, but fuck me, this sucks. Like, insane mode is the original story mode, but difficult as shit for fuck's dick ass motherfucking piece of shit, horrible garbage. Like, if you want a class in how to not design a video game, look no further, buddy. Now you might be saying, but Lufke, what is so bad about insane mode then? Well, in insane mode you can get insta-killed or you can die because of something you had no chance in hell of doing anything about. And you might say, well, of course it's shitty and difficult and unfair, that's what harder modes are for. But no, it doesn't have to be an unfair mess. Just look at Cuphead's expert mode. Like, this is harder than the original, yet it is still fair. Mostly that is. But insane mode is just, ha, you're dead now, lol. Like, it fucking sucks, but at the same time, this is the only real criticism I have of this game, because the rest is done incredibly well. But it's just that insane mode sucks big fucking schlongedong. But anyway, moving on to the final thing I should talk about, which is, well, something that I've already talked about quite a bit, which is this game having a lot of replay value. But that is nothing compared to what I'm about to talk about, like, Camille Waluigi. Like, this stuff makes for so much replay value, and it mostly has to do with characters. Because boy, there are at least 6 billion of them in this game. And why are there that many? Well, that's because basically every enemy, except for the motherfucking troll man, is an unlockable character. And what is so great about 400 million different characters? Well, like I said before, every character has unique magic. Most of the time, and unlocking these characters is, although not the hardest task in the world, still for some of them it's no joke, since for some you actually have to beat some pretty difficult challenges. But by having all these characters, like, I don't think I need to explain why this adds so much replay value, because there are so many unique but also a few similar characters to discover, so there are a lot more reasons to come back to play the story mode and the insane mode with certain characters and discover all their magic, which I think I can pretty safely say is pretty damn cool. And mix that with a fun and unique game and a kinda quirky though art style, and you have why this game is so amazing. So yeah, in conclusion, Fortress Overrunners is a timeless classic. It's incredibly old, but still it's so much fun, and I highly recommend this game to everyone. Like, when it's on sale it's like $2 or something. Like, that's the amount of money a burger costs. And the best thing is, only one person needs a copy of the game, since it has that Steam Remote Play, so all of you can play it together even though one person has the game. But like I said, I highly recommend it, since this game has a little for everyone, and I think you'll find a lot to love. Overall, I rate this game 11 out of 11. Ha, you thought I was gonna make an 11 out of 10 joke, but you thought incorrect. Anyway, cool game, but this arrow magic, I hate it.